I don't see a Charisse in here.
So whatever. Sure.
Vermilion of the Red Star? Did I get that right?
Servant
of the Vermilion Star.
I was close!
Right.
He just kind of just wiggles his head back and forth, just clearly not having it tonight. Scrolls down a bit more, just pulls out another paper. I count 4. Did you lose someone?
He's gone after an acquaintance of ours. Going to get some information out of him. We'll see to it that the money gets delivered to him.
Says here you have a contract for mushrooms. He raises an eyebrow at all of you.
Indeed we do.
Indeed. We gathered quite the haul of the little things. After some escapades.
Well, contract has a minimum. You are free to invest. You are free to
Offer.
input more. Offer.
By the way, everybody, say hello to the internet.
Oh, god damn it.
No.
Hello, internet.
I mean, a man has got to watch it. Eh?
Sure.
Hi,
sure.
Jasmine.
You're not wrong.
Jasmine's kind of coking out right now.
Money meow!
How many mushrooms do you turn in?
How many did we
did you give
have?
us? You never told us, because I never
Yeah.
wrote it down.
I think we got at least like 4 or 5 each.
Yeah, you
Just-
didn't tell us, because I didn't write it down. I would have written it down.
I don't know. I did tell you guys.
So I
Ah,
didn't write it down then.
Jasmine.
Looking for your sack of contents, you seem to recall 11 mushrooms picked on your journey back to town with Chippy.
Thank you. Then we turn in all 11. No reason.
yeah.
I don't think I ever want to see another one of these mushrooms again.
Yeah, fuck them.
The bag kind of wriggles around just very, like, gently in your hand before you plop it over to the drow. Or, sorry, the dwarf.
No. Edelweiss is the drow. He's the little one.
No, Ezekiel's the drow. I'm the goat man.
God damn it. You plop the sack in his hand. He goes for a much more complex system than what you're used to. He's putting it on a scale, weighing it, checking, making sure like it's the right mushroom. He's going through 2 different books. It takes you about 20 minutes to get any sort of response from him before he goes,
Hey, these are mushrooms.
"This'll do." He counts out by hand every single gold piece and mentions, "Your contractor left your reward in advance, and he left a little package for you all for any inconveniences you might have run into."
Like being deposited in an alternate reality posited by asshole.
He seemed very remorseful, so take it as you will. He plops down 30 gold pieces for each of your party members, so 120 total, as well as...
He was only supposed to give us 10.
They did give us a bonus, I think.
Yeah, but he complained about not having money, so then he lied to us.
He found money.
Yes, he found money in the process of hiring. It was
Quote,
like,
quote.
sure, we'll just give it to them. I'm a rat person. I'm totally trustworthy.
Any questions you have will be answered next time you see him. If you see him. Oh, DM caveat.
Whatever, I'm at in 30 GP.
He also places a kind of bandolier, more like a pouch really, with 4 vials in it. You recognize the liquid inside as potions of healing. Very, very bare bones ones.
Potions of healing.
The commonest of
Oh.
common.
Fantastic.
But that's still a potion of healing.
Exactly. How many are in the bandolier?
4.
All right, one for each of us.
But you do note the inconsistency between the ratkin's initial state of wealth and what you are receiving now.
Yeah, because that's really expensive.
Yeah, that is weird, because, even the gold I could have seen, but the potions as well, those things are pricey. What the fuck is going on with this dude?
Yeah, those are like 50 gold pieces a piece.
Also, he seemed remorseful, I'm sorry, he knew that some weird juju was gonna happen up in those hills?
Game theory, it was Chippy.
Arcana check, Edelweiss.
Oh boy. Do I have Arcana? That is one of the skills I don't actually have training in. This is gonna be... Never mind, fuck it.
You pick up one of the vials, just in labeling and smell and taste. This is far from something, how do I say?
It's a cheap knockoff of a healing potion.
It's far from commercially available. This seems to be homemade, in fact.
Oh.
Alright, that makes a little sense, or a little more.
So how potent is it? Just like a basic healing potion?
It's just a basic healing potion.
Okay. It's a basic homebrewed healing potion.
He knows how to make healing potions?
I mean, he did want these specific mushrooms. I wouldn't be surprised if he was an alchemist. Because I think that's actually what he said, is that he wanted them as an ingredient for something, but just couldn't be bothered to go get them. And again, with his remorsefulness, and then, yeah, I'm getting the vibe that he knew damn well weird shit's afoot up in them hills and didn't want to deal with it himself.
Then why did he offer such a little amount?
Yeah, I don't get that. That's still weird. I'm curious.
He stamps a few forms. The dwarf stamps a few forms. There's about four sheets of paper for every person. Stamp, staple, stamp, staple. Hands them to each of you. Hands a extra one to Edelweiss. And goes, "Come back in the morning, turn these in."
Of course, my good dwarf.
Oh, do you have your son's permission slip?
Have to make sure Clickham signs all the forms. Otherwise, you can't go on the field trip.
As you are in this room, you do note a rather large object that wasn't in here before, just placed next to a fireplace, just rather large and draped over with a sheet.
Say, what's under the sheet over there?
Dwarf just kind of grumbles a bit, shakes his head, slow draw of his pipe. That's some fancy new craft the daytime guildmaster's been working on.
Really now?
What?
Yeah, it's like what?
He shrugs and goes, "I'm too busy tonight to be going around sniffing around every little thing he does. He didn't tell me. He just put the sheet over it when I got here and said he was on his way back home. Oh, I think he's still working on it, or maybe he just wants to keep it clean."
Well, if you're so busy, I suppose you wouldn't be able to stop me from sneaking a peek?
I don't give a care, to be honest.
Oh, fantastic! I love secrets. I'm going to go peek under the sheet.
You peek under the sheet, and it looks to be a rocking chair made out of some bestial material.
Oh shit!
He did it! The absolute madman, he did it.
Do you undo the fucking blanket?
I gently, carefully remove the sheet.
What is it?
In its glory, just the most ramshackle looks like your lumberjack dad would have created it in a fantasy timeline. looking rocking chair made out of manticore pieces. The wings accentuate your seat and your back. And little fangs adorn the top of it.
This, Charisse, is a rocking chair made from one of the finest comrades we've ever fought against.
What?
Did you have to word it like that?
I did.
You let your comrade be turned into a rocking chair?
Oh, he requested it specifically. He was this intelligent talking manticore that had magic that tried to kill us and turned one of our cohorts into a statue. We killed him, and as he lay dying, he requested we turn him into a lovely rocking chair.
I don't believe you.
The dwarf overhears Edelweiss, and you can hear something along the lines grumbled under his breath. I don't know how to puts up with these daytime hunters.
I don't know how the nighttime hunters put up with you.
Ooh.
I don't know how we constantly deal with your sass.
Ladies, please. You're both pretty. Thank
Sure,
you.
Both
I don't
prettier
know.
than you.
Charisse, I don't know how it is you managed to go a single day without just tripping over your awful, snide, and cruel words. Why don't you try being pleasant for once?
Hot calling the kettle black.
Is that a joke about my race?
Thank you so much for the payment. We will get these forms to you in the morning. I apologize for my comrades. Let's go, everybody.
Thank you. Planning. Rushing out the door.
By the way, just
You're-
to warn you guys for when you do watch this VOD, I accidentally had a media source going for the first 20 seconds and I don't know what it was.
Oh, God.
So if you hear some terrible music, get hype.
Exciting. The mystery prize for the stream. That being said.
Oh wait, no, okay. It was just the WebM of Snake Eater I had in the corner. Let me get that back up.
Could have been a surprise.
No, it doesn't have any audio, so it's fine.
Oh.
But that being said, Ezekiel pushing everyone out of the guild house. You get a few glances from the nighttime hunters, but they mostly seem to be just off doing. They mostly just seem to be off doing their own plans, you know, prepping their own stuff. Small talk.
Yeah.
If anyone else has any other plans for tonight?
You know, I have been wanting to poke my head into Mead Medical since, like, session 1.
Oh,
Because
boy.
technically I am a doctor. I mean,
man.
not officially. I don't have a license because Underdark, but I, you know, stuffed Dwarger guts back into them. And Drow guts. And one time Sverfneblin guts.
Are you
First
going to
gambling.
meet medical?
What?
Are you going to meet medical then?
Fuck yeah.
Is anyone gonna join him at Mead Medical?
Bath time. It is now. You're still covered in pumpkin.
Do you not understand what Underdark Doctor entails? I have been covered in worse things.
Yeah, but you're Edelweiss. It's all over your brand new clothes.
Oh god, you're right. I'm trying not to think about it.
This is why I didn't put on my brand new clothes.
Can you give me a wisdom save?
Oh. I fucking hate all of you.
We love you, Smirk.
The smell, the slimy feeling on your vest, it just slowly sinks in. You look at your compatriots, they're the same way, but you're at least 10 times more expensive than the other two in this party.
Thank you, Wayward. Thank you. On second thought, I think I'm going to go have a shower, clean these once beautiful clothes. And then I'll go to Mead Medical and see about offering my services to what I'm sure are the height of frontier medic.
Oh, shut up. Uh, do the other two have any other plans?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna shower and do stuff in the morning. I wanted to check out my claws and.
Height of medical. Fuck off. I'm sorry.
I'll just passively stalk Edelweiss for a while, since I apparently am writing a novel about him anyway.
God.
That's fine. You all get showered up. Are you taking private baths or going for the public bath?
Good question.
No. I am a private and elegant cat, and I don't need both of y'all stinky asses up in my bath.
I am an elegant, proud drow doctor and bard. I am not gonna suffer bathing in the same fated stink pits as the rest of these knuckle-dragging apes.
And Wennon.
Public bath, fuck it.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Public bath, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Alright. The other two take their private baths while Ezekiel, you click him in the public bath, and he has 4 rubber duckies prepared. And he speaks to you.
Where are the other two?
They insisted on a private bath.
I would imagine that probably Clickham would be like extremely embarrassed that people saw his rubber ducks.
We already saw him naked.
So?
He frowns a little bit before popping 2 of them.
Don't pop a rubber duck! Shit!
Oh, no! He's gonna regret that later. No! Those poor rubber ducks didn't deserve this.
They never asked for this life.
Real quick,
I'm
wayward.
emotionally traumatized by the death of rubber ducks. Thanks a lot.
Jerry all over again.
No, not Jerry!
There she goes.
It was a mistake.
Hey.
We didn't want to
Just wanted to make children happy.
To
Go on, Lennon.
to interrupt just for a moment. I just got something I've been waiting for someone to get a screenshot for a while, but
Oh boy.
earlier today they showed a Gears of War Funko Pop game, and this is Woolie's reaction to it.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
These are dead men.
I don't know about the one on the left looks kind of happy about it. Everyone else is like, please no. The guy's like, oh yeah! I'm
He's
waiting
like,
for this.
Fuck
He's
yeah.
blown back from it.
Yeah, well, it's like getting shot in the chest. That's what happened to
Okay,
What,
so
6 years to bother to make one.
With a flowery scent to your step, you go over to Mead Medical, more towards the front of the town. Yeah. Other side of Mead Medical, you hear a bit of rowdiness as the sheriff's saloon just kind of perks up this time of night. You hear bottles being thrown, but this seems to be, to your knowledge, it seems to be common standard in Grey Banner.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's just a single light on in Mead Medical, and you walk in.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You walk in, and there's just an eerie silence at first. You're just in the middle of this waiting room, and then just almost suddenly a man just rushes out of the back room, just grasping at both of your shoulders, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, okay, what's wrong? How are you?"
Please don't touch me. You look dirty and insane.
He has just a he has a very distinct smell to you, where you're just like flowers and sunshine. He is bad. Like he's been
Stanky.
working in, like he's just been like walking around and how do I say? Like he's just been walking around in mud all day. He just like pats you up and down. His clothes, perfectly fine. He's got like 2 gloves on, just with an unknown stain on both of them. His apron just various amounts of colors. He pats you down and goes, Hey, what is this, man? You're not hurt. Physically. Is it internal? He pokes into your stomach.
Please don't touch my tum-tum. I
Just
really
tell
love
me
you.
when it hurts.
Just being in your presence is painful, my good sir.
Alright. He puts his hands up, backs up, 3 steps back.
He's so handsome.
And then he goes, so, can I bill you now? I'm joking. What do you want?
Well,
Puts on a stern face as he says that.
I was informed upon arriving here that this town doesn't have a lot in the way of doctors other than this place, and while I don't have any kind of fancy surfacer license, I did spend my formative years putting Dwerger guts back in their proper places, and I thought mayhaps some of you could use a helping hand. I have lots of experience, and I'm not covered in unknown stains.
He kind of just like arches his head back a little bit, and he's getting his finger ready to wag, going, "Hey, hold on. You ain't trying to one up me, are you?"
Oh no,
Talk.
no, good sir, with competition. I am simply here to offer my services as a fellow doctor of sorts.
He
In
gets
a
up
town
all,
as rowdy as this, obviously there's going to be a lot of wounded individuals, and I'm sure just one of you has trouble keeping up with all of it.
he gets all up close up in your face, and give me a Constitution save real quick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Rip again. Okay. Constitution save. Never mind.
You just kind of hold down your earlier lunch for a moment as he gets close, and he goes, "Hey man, I'll have you know, I worked on at least 2 tour cars before you, okay? You're nothing special. But, hey, always good to see someone else with a medical license in town. Come here, buddy, come here." He pulls you in for a hug, pats you on the back. Alright, hey, well, I'll let you know if there's any job postings, if I need any, like, Underdark specialty, you're my man. I already got someone else working daytime, okay? Maybe you demanded him, maybe you didn't, He's more of the apprentice to me. Hard to believe. I mean, look at me. He raises his hands up again. He looks down at his apron, just like up and down, up and down. No, seriously though, like, I've been at this a long time, buddy. I welcome the help, sure. I'll let you know. But, I mean, I can't offer you, like, a permanent position. What are you, new in town? He looks you up and down. You don't look like you've been in any scuffles.
I mean, unlike most of the rabble here, I know how to keep out of trouble.
So you like what? You ever, what's the worst thing you've done in your medical career?
Worst as in...
That was
most-
successful.
That
Like,
was
most brutal.
All right, so fun thing about the Dwerger, aside from their little civil war, they like to bind elementals, send them out into the field to burn people alive or smash them under stone. Sometimes, if they're feeling really rowdy, they'll shove 2 or 3 of them into a warforged and just send it into a civilian encampment. Oh, the carnage is ugly. Well, one time they bring me this Dwerger, singed on the entire left half of his body, skin black as the night. I had to peel the outer layers for what felt like hours, wrapped him in bandages, had to just piece together bits of bone and tendon. Turned out it wasn't just a fire elemental got him, it was a flaming stone elemental. I don't even know how they managed to make that work, but gods know they did it. Had to piece bones back together, reset joints. Oh. He never fully walked properly again, but he lived. They called him Lefty.
I like you. You know why?
I'm handsome.
Because, well, he thinks for a bit. Yeah, actually a little bit, I got a wide sort of taste, but you know why? Because you ain't one of those magic types. Me and you, he pats you on the shoulder again. We do real medical.
Yes. Exactly.
I'm here to do something affordable. Half these people in this town, yeah, some of them got money, some don't. I'm here as an option. Okay.
Oh, exactly. Can't stand those hoity-toity city doctors who charge an arm and a leg just to stitch up your arm and leg.
Right? Thank you. Somebody understands me.
I mean, we didn't become doctors, well, unlicensed doctors to become rich. We did it to help people, to put them back together, to find out if you can, in fact, transplant the entire lower intestines of one dwerger into the other dwerger. You can, by the way.
I'm getting this strange sort of nostalgia right now. Hey, I once sewed an elf back together. You're right in my book.
Good lord. What kind of elf? High elf? What elf? I don't know a lot about the surface elves, but...
What elf? Just like right here, he like makes a little like cut motion under his like waistline. Like just clean in half. You wouldn't believe what's out there. That's why I stay here.
Gooey.
That's amazing. Oh,
And
I
I
bet
still
you...
made it work. Ain't no cleric types out here. Okay, just me.
Was he even able to walk after that?
I don't know. I didn't check on it afterwards.
Oh. Darn, I would have loved
He was
to
alive,
find out.
Bo.
Impressive nonetheless. See, this is why I stopped in. I don't want to just, help the average person with a few boo-boos or something like that. I want to do some real work. I want to challenge myself, develop my skills. Pull a basilisk fang out of a half-giant's urethra. You know what I mean?
Develop your skills like how?
He just points at you. He has this look on his face. He just points at you, just like wiggling his finger, like, I swear we're related somehow. Listen, come here, you. Come here. He gives you another hug, real large pats on the back. Good man. Welcome to town. Welcome to Grey Banner.
Been a delightful trip being here, I must say.
If anything, I could use someone like you in town, so Moriarty has something to look forward to like, learn from.
Yes, exactly. I'm always happy to pass on what skills I've developed to others. Spread the knowledge.
You come back here during the daytime, whenever. It doesn't have to be tomorrow, it doesn't have to be yesterday. You come back here daytime. You tell him you show him what a real doctor is like.
I certainly will. I look forward to it. I always love telling people how great I am.
Thank you. Hey. He pulls out a flask of what is labeled the good juice, uncorks it, and he goes, cheers.
Hydrogen peroxide.
What the hells? I'll try anything once.
Constitution save.
Kill me.
Please let it actually be hydrogen peroxide.
I don't know if he drinks rubbing alcohol, he'll go blind. Rip.
You cough and sputter immediately. It is just strong. You recognize this as medical fluid.
Thank you.
He takes a swig himself and he goes, and that's why I'm the better doctor. Corks his flask back up, puts it in here, and one more shoulder pat. Good man, bro. Good man.
I'm gonna take my leave of him now, thoroughly disturbed.
He gives you a wink and a little like wave, leaning on his door frame as you walk out, and then he shuts the door, like slams the door.
You probably should throw that out.
I probably should throw that up, yes. I just look for the nearest bush and then immediately induce vomiting.
Is that it for your night then?
Was there anything else I wanted to... Oh, I did want to go... Well, how long have we been gone? It's just been like a day or something, right?
It's gonna start
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably not long enough for the lizard guy to have contacted a proper wizard.
Which lizard guy in specific?
Crooked Cakes.
Okay, I see.
Because I remember I specifically gave him some of that weird amber ore to track me down a good elementalist.
Gotcha.
Then that's it for my night.
Alright.
I'm just stalking
I'm going
Edelweiss, so I don't have anything to do.
I'm going to do a quick side note.
Oh, is everyone just banging on their keyboards?
Hey, I preemptively said I would be.
Just like...
Look, I can't help my typing speed.
Can't or won't, Jeremy.
Oh yeah, by the way, everyone,
Yes.
go claim Quake Champions while it's free for a week.
Give me a second.
Since I just remembered to do that now, since I realized that you can just do it on Steam now. I figured it would be get a key from the website, but nope. They just said go to Steam.
Apologies, I'm slowing down the game.
That's cool.
Okay, alright. This is how this is gonna go. So... Okay. Edelweiss and Red make their way back to the tavern. Edelweiss... As strange as it might have been for Red to be following you, you kind of note a sort of feeling in your back pocket. Where do you keep your valuables?
I have a container.
Somewhere.
Do I? I swear I still have that chest. I have a chest. Oh, I have a backpack. I have a backpack. Right. In my inventory. I was smart. Yes, I have a backpack.
You feel a little bit of a padding behind your backpack as you're walking alongside Red.
What the hell is that? I'll, do I want to wait until I'm back in my room to start it? Nah, I'll do it here. I'll check my bag.
Okay. You check your bag and everything's in there just fine. You don't seem to be missing any valuables.
What are you doing?
I felt something in my bag. I don't know. Probably the wind. Or the after effects of that medical fluid.
The wind jostled your backpack?
I don't know.
You probably should lay down then.
Probably should. I think I was done for the night anyways. I can't believe I drank medical fluid. What is wrong with that man? Even the dwarves back home weren't that insane.
Seems to be a Grey Banner thing. Everyone's a little odd here.
Oh good, it's not just me then. I was worried that this is just how all services are.
Click
Oh
him,
no,
can
you're a
you,
little odd too.
click him, can you please pass the shampoo?
How am
Again.
I odd?
I only brought enough for myself.
I am a delight to be around, and I am a fabulous individual. I'm a snappy dresser.
Now I'm imagining that Ezekiel's baths take forever because he has so much fur.
God, it probably does.
Takes 2 hours for him to take like a good bath.
Oh yeah, by the way, Smirk.
Yes.
Skyrim very special edition is real.
Oh god.
Oh, there's a trailer for that I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Key and Peele sketch, but I didn't expect it to be a real thing.
Gosh.
I'm so happy.
What is it? You can chase butterflies.
Failed to collect all stones with the Baron Zia for like the 5th time.
This is literally
Die.
just shit that people do in
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You just is all you get is like a little title that just says very special edition on
No.
the title screen. Is that it?
No, this is for the Amazon Alexa. She narrates it to you.
Oh, are you serious? That's so
Yep.
funny.
There's probably meat somewhere in there.
If only we could still ask Zach to try it.
No goblins, though.
Quick, Smirk, buy an Alexa so you can fully replace
No.
Zach.
Don't wish that upon him.
I love that that's just what this has become. I've replaced Zach.
You already made the joke enough. I'm continuing it. This is
That's
your
fair.
fault.
I mean, I basically made that the night. it
Also,
all
why
blew
did
up. I was
Smirk
like,
bring no... Or why did Clickham bring no shampoo for me? I am a goat. I need a lot.
I can't afford it. We weren't friends when I bought it.
Yeah.
Is there any like communal? Is there communal shampoo? Like a bucket of shampoo?
It's a hotel, so I would assume that there would probably be soap.
There's a bubbling spot next to you. One of the cult investors just rises up from the water, hands you a shampoo bottle, and slowly sinks back down.
Thanks, mate.
I'm not the only one going for that, right?
Going for what?
I'm not the only one going for that, right?
No, we all are. Well, I'm not one to look a gift shampoo in the bottle. What scent is it?
Lavender
Perfect.
and embalming fluid.
Fuck.
Oh, perfect. Smells
It's
like the
gonna smell
Underdark.
so good.
Switching over to daytime.
Ah!
Suddenly the sun's out. I'm still in the bath. What happened?
See, now you two understand how to fear the sun. It's a deadly laser.
The early morning sun comes sooner than later, considering some of your late night expeditions. Did anyone specifically want to do anything inside the tavern, or are we just going like more for daytime town shenanigans?
I didn't
Yeah,
need
good
to do
question.
anything in the tavern.
I want to go check on my knives. Stabby.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and the rapier that they're making. They're making a rapier for me. I'm gonna stab people with the rapier.
And did you have any plans?
I'm going to TNTs.
All right. I'll bounce over to Danny first just to get hers done, and then
Yeah,
I'll
that's
bounce
fine.
over to both of you for the weapons.
Wouldn't theirs be shorter?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
Ugh,
It's-
Lord.
Assume
Just stand there
Wayward's got
forever
some
to go.
shit going.
I want to buy these things you made for me. Okay, now we have to haggle. 2
Oh,
hours
you-
later. Why have we still not purchased the weapons?
You will see. You make your way to the west side of town, just kind of just going around the morning folk. Everyone's a little bit slow, except for the 2 muscular orc brothers who you have seen around town before, just carrying jugs and barrels of water everywhere. You just hear them just hup 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 as they just jog past you.
Are they who
And
I'm looking for? I have no idea what I'm doing.
you see a little ramshackle stand with just TNT painted on the sort of shit. What would you call it? The little like
The banner.
yeah, something like that. You know, like the little like patio roofs.
Is it a gray banner?
I'll fight you.
I will also fight you.
Fair.
You walk up to the stand and you see one just peculiar race, one known as a warforged in these lands, just perk up from the stand. He seems pretty energetic this morning as he sees you stop by, and he just welcomes you. Oh, come, new in town. I have not seen you before, I believe. Welcome to TNT's Emporium. How may I assist you?
Didn't I see him when Ezekiel and Edelweiss were buying things?
Shh.
I have very poor memory.
I mean, you might have seen them, but I don't think you ever interacted with them.
No. Well, I'm just saying that you guys are interacting with them, and then I started joking about you guys being in a gay porno together.
Right.
Look, there's no judgment in the Borderlands.
He's
Regardless
a
of-
robot. He doesn't. He erases his memory every couple.
He doesn't comprehend things. He's damaged.
He doesn't understand human emotions. This isn't Detroit.
Hey, you can't call him damaged. That's an insult. How dare you say that about a handicapped
Jared
person?
Leto has it copywritten.
Oh yeah.
Lord.
All right.
Uh,
That being said, he welcomes you over with a service with a if he had a mouth smile.
I was wondering if you could appraise anything, any magical objects.
Oh yes, we've been specializing in that lately. What do you have for us today?
Do you have any? Can you appraise anything Fae related?
Ooh. He taps the side of his head and goes, "Well, we don't quite understand the Fae just yet. However, I do believe I can point you in the right direction." He points you more towards the north. On the player map, he points you more towards the back of the buildings, A8. And he points there and goes, "If you just go around all the buildings, way in the back, we've met another friend over there. She seems to be of that sort. She might be able to appraise your item better. Though I am curious, what do you have?"
All right. I'll put down the jug of Fey water that I supplied and the sketch of the saint mural.
Ooh, very interesting, very interesting. I do not understand any of this at all.
What about Eldritch? Do you know anything about Eldritch magic?
I could try. I do believe my previous owner had a tome on that.
All right. How about this?
And she pulls out a mosaic tile. I actually have a picture of it. So I'll put it in the group chat.
Oh, that's
No one
fine.
will be able to see. She sets down this mosaic tile.
What do you make of that?
He thinks for a bit, thinkums for a bit, and goes, "What a peculiar material. For once, I am perplexed." He kind of just whirs a little bit as he just stares left, right. He kind of takes a page off to the side with a pen and goes, "Do you mind if I sketch it?"
Feel free.
He kind of just jots down the design and just replicates it to the best of his ability and goes, "I will discuss this with my partner whenever he is back from his travels. I'm going to see if I can discover anything about this. Did you have any specific questions?"
No. I just need to know if it has any magical properties at all.
He does a little bit of a hard stare.
I'll even take history where it's from. I'll honestly take anything about it.
He just kind of just freezes in place for a moment, just staring hard at it, going, "It's just peculiar. I'm normally able to discern these things, and yet there's just a mystery around this." "I do apologize, miss." He kind of takes a more gentle tone.
Do you know anyone in town who may have any kind of inkling what this is?
I couldn't name anyone off the top of my head. You might have better luck with our little fey neighbor up north, but that's about the best I can do for you. But if you're willing, I can ask around. I'm not too sure how comfortable you are with leaving such an object like this with me.
I think your sketch will do well enough for now.
Very well then.
Well, I will go ahead and take your advice and go check your little Fae friend on appraising these other items. Thank you for your time.
Do take care. Oh, and if you see the drow, tell him we said hello.
Aww.
Is Edelweiss friends with everyone in town? Goodness.
Yes. Everyone loves Edelweiss. Especially Edelweiss.
Edelweiss loves Edelweiss the most.
Yep.
Edelweiss and Edelweiss are going to get married soon.
Edelweiss and Edelweiss.
Together they are Edelnice. But we must
I'm
decide
going
which
to-
one is the Edelwife.
I'm going to ping pong real quick over to the duo here. before
I
going
honest to
back
God thought you were about to
the-
say, I'm about to take away your inspiration.
They
to
even
assume
have a
you have
business.
any.
They even started their own business farming Edelweiss.
There
Okay.
we go.
If he had inspiration, I would take it away.
Quick smirk, earn it.
Do half,
I already
half,
spent
half.
my-
Alright.
Cut us over.
Yeah. Going over to the duo over here, you both make your way towards the workshop area, I presume.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
Edelweiss left the care of his sword to the guildmaster, while Wannon went towards the deaf wood whittler at A5.
Yeah, I think that's about what happened.
Okay. I'll let one of you take the floor.
So you mean Graham takes the floor?
I'll let one of you take the floor.
So Graham, go ahead.
Jeremy, this is your chance. This is your moment. Steal the show.
Hey, Clickham, what do you want to do?
Crickets.
Clickham is not with you.
That's
at
the
moment.
joke? Okay, I'm going in.
Fuck off. Alright. Moseying over to A5, you walk into the establishment, and the woodworker is just at his desk again. Smirk, are you going to tag along with him, or are you going to go off to the guildmaster on your own?
I guess I'll go to the guildmaster myself.
Okay, I'll ping pong over to you whenever I get the chance.
Okay.
Ezekiel, you just kind of walk to the counter, same business as before. He doesn't seem to notice you entered. He's just busy, just whittling away at some bone.
Fuck, how did I get his attention last time?
You banged on the
Punch.
table.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll do that again.
He kind of feels the vibration of his desk shaking, peeks up at you, and gives you a nod before stopping whatever he's doing, dropping his tools. He gets up, creaks his back a little bit, and picks up sort of a holster for 2 knives, lays them out flat on the desk, and gives you kind of a stare. And then he kind of brings up a hand signal, which you recognize as Thieves' Cant, and then he asks you, Thieves' Cant? ?
Yes.
He does a hand signal back to you, which pretty much translates to, no payment. Someone else covered you.
Bum, bum, bum.
What?
You see 2 knives strapped to the belt, and you see a little paper note bouncing over to Smirk.
God
Oh,
damn you.
you bitch.
I hate
Smirk.
you.
You walk in, the regular daytime guildmaster, the one you're used to, is mingling, shingling. He sees you and goes, "Hey, would you look at that?
I
Otherwise, you
bust
can..."
back through the front door, storm into the forge, and go, "What's in the note?"
No.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he welcomes you with open arms and goes, "Otherwise, my boy, come here, come here. You came back alive from your mushroom trip. Congratulations."
You wouldn't believe how difficult that turned out to be.
Are we still joking?
I really wish I was. But you wouldn't believe the story if I told you.
I don't think I would, considering the hijinks you kids get yourself up into. He ruffles your hair a little bit and goes, "So, heard y'all got the job completed. You know, nighttime manager already said, put me through it. You got your form signed, right?"
I just have to get it to click him. Didn't get a chance to see him this morning, but everyone else is signed.
I don't really care about those forms, to be quite honest, but, you know, he's gonna give me an earful if I don't get them. You just take your time. I'll be here to officially enunciate to you that you and your friends here have ranked up the C rank.
Goodness, we finally did it. We're out of the shame pits of the D rank hunters. We're moving up in the world.
Y'all be sure
What?
to celebrate tonight.
I intend to. By the way, what exactly is wrong with your nighttime counterpart? He seemed like such a grouch.
He's just a little bit cranky. He's seen too many, how do I word this? He's seen too many faces come and go. He gets a little bit cynical towards everyone.
Oh,
Me.
that type.
Me, I like to live in the now, you know. It's a shame if someone doesn't come back, but, you know, gotta enjoy them while they're here, you know.
Exactly.
Oh, bonus gift. I know y'all already got enough from last night, but hey, that thing you commissioned of me, got it done. Hey,
Oh,
did you see the chair?
I did. We all saw it, and we were all very impressed.
Thank you,
it's
thank you. I wouldn't really sit in it though. I mean, he kind of scratches his chin. I'll tell you later, Bo. So, y'all don't gotta worry about paying me for this. Someone else covered you.
Pardon?
Well, you see, I spent my time crafting it. And, you know, I was thinking, you know, should I charge him? Should I give him a discount? He seems like a good boy. And then a little friend of mine from up north of town gave me a little shoulder pat. You know, gave me a little bit. You know, a little. He does a little like moolah, like motion with his hand. His hand that's missing 2 fingers, and goes, "Anyways, he already covered the materials. Y'all don't gotta worry. But he does want to meet you." He hands you the rapier and a note. Both of you, reading the note at the same time, simultaneously, read. "To master your new tools, meet me at Crooked Cakes."
Screaming.
Oh boy. Well, at least I won't be bored.
Both the Guildmaster and the Wood Whittler pretty much tell you the same thing of Crook came in, offered to pay your expenses, did a little bit of modification with your weapons and then went on his way.
My, that lizard is such a friendly fellow.
The Guildmaster leaves at Edelweiss with, "Well, when you gather up your team again, come back. I already got a new job lined up for you. Ratfolk came by. He said he apologized for not being able to meet up with you."
Oh, shame. I would have loved to have spoken with him about a few things we encountered out in the wilderness.
He
I love how
shrugs.
I love how I get back and just Ezekiel, I'm sorry, Edelweiss just sounds, "Ow, I see."
Vincent just kind of shrugs and goes, "You might catch him around town. He meet you here.
Oh, good to know he hasn't left. I
He
do
did give
have.
He gave you all a good rating, though.
Oh, that's good to hear. By the way, Danielle, we made it to C rank.
Ooh.
I know, we're moving up in the world.
It's like Monster Hunter World.
So, with your commissions done and notes in hand, I will bounce back, ping pong back over to Danny, real quick, who is on her way to A8, which is the vineyard.
Boop. Boop.
You walk in, and there's just an assortment of various scents, smokes. You see at least 8. What are they called? You see like at least 8 incense lit at the same time. There's just a bunch of plants. You're pretty sure there's a squirrel running around the store somewhere. Off on the counter, just kind of crisscross applesauce sitting. You spot a kind of more smallish, green-skinned, what looks to be she looks like she could be an elf or a halfling, sitting on top of the desk. She just kind of has her eyes closed in a trance before just perking up and hearing the bell on the door. Hearing the bell on the door ring, she perks up at your entrance and goes, "Oh, welcome. I do not get many visitors in this part of town."
I was told that you would be able to appraise some Fey objects.
Yes, you do have a bit of a scent. Come closer, come closer.
Okay.
She kind of just like sways her head around you. You kind of see her like just hop off her counter. She's easily half your size as she's looking you up and down. What have you been through? You smell like... She shakes her head, doesn't finish her sentence, goes, "Sorry, you're here for business."
So I have this pitcher of water, supposedly from the Feywilds. I want to see if it's authentic.
She reaches out her hands to kind of just take the jug from you, and she just kind of does a little sip. Sorry. I lost myself a moment there. Yes, this does have a bit of magical property. Back in the Feywild, she corrects herself. This kind of liquid is kind of referred to as, what's a good translation for common? Think of it as Feywild sugar water. It's used as a good catalyst for alchemy. If you mix this in with maybe some healing solvents, you could produce an even greater effect.
Ooh, that was more worth it than I was expecting.
She's investigating the healing potions we got.
The Feywild water that
Okay.
Red had brought back from the Feywild.
Okay.
I didn't think of that though, but I'm more specifically looking for. I didn't associate the potions with the Feywild, so. All right, and I have one other thing. And I'll pull out my sketchbook. Have you ever seen this before? And shows the saint, the drawing of the saint that I have. Yeah.
Give me an insight check.
Insight check. Hell yeah. Oops. I didn't post that publicly. My bad.
It's fine. I'll still take it. You see her eyes kind of widen a little bit. She tries her best to like kind of like poker face for it, and she just looks up at you and goes, "Sorry, I've never seen it."
Are you sure?
She looks off to the side like a kid who's trying to hide the fact they've been in a cookie jar. Shakes her head. Mm-mm.
Well, that's a shame. I've been looking around for so long trying to find the answer to this question, and I just keep finding dead end after dead end.
Let's just say it's not safe for you to be asking about
Oh, you mean
Oh.
she should be asking about it to everyone she meets?
Well, that seems terribly unfortunate since I've already asked so many people. Does that mean something bad's going to happen?
Yes.
Oh boy, alright.
Should I be concerned?
Give me one quick second.
Suddenly I'm gonna die.
No.
Well, time to
I
reroll.
just-
Sorry guys, I got murdered.
Sorry, Danielle. The drone Wayward's got in your closet takes a bit to warm up.
He's sending the message to the drone now. Red alert! Red alert! She
You
knows
just-
too much.
You just hear like a gentle like.
Jesus.
Red dots start appearing on the wall in front of you.
No.
Well, if I hear Jack just suddenly run into the wall, I'll know what it is.
Goodness. He kind of just perks up, just runs over to the other side of the room, kind of puts like a lock on the door, looks back at you. How many have you told?
Oh, this is serious, isn't it? Does it matter?
This is what I know. This is a story that's been told in my world for a long time. This is a world I do not hear in your world. I've
Oh, you're
tried to
saying-
find. I've tried
my
to
God.
find. I've tried to find similar leads. All lead to dead ends. I live in Grey Banner for a reason.
Ah, because it's a pass-through town. You'll get a lot of odds and end of people coming through.
No. Good hypothesis. Grey Banner's a neutral town. We don't get bothered out here.
You mean like
And-
lawfully? Like, I'm sorry. You mean like it's a safe zone?
More or less. We don't really get bothered out here. No one really bothers to check out here. Grey Banner has its own set of laws. I'm sure you've heard from the sheriff. Do no trouble, get no trouble. No really... How do I word this? Other organizations snooping around here, though I suspect they might be suspicious of our town here.
Who is they?
I can't say for sure. But, to put it in a short way, something you can understand, you might be holding on to forbidden knowledge.
Well, that's two bouts
Well,
of that. I've been through this before.
Welcome to fucking Yarnum.
Laughter ends.
Oh boy.
You don't seem like a bad person. I'd keep quiet.
That's way wrong.
Oh, let me see. God damn it.
I'm stuck staring at that now. It's too funny.
God.
So should I be concerned? Would people... Are people going to come after me since I've spilled the beans?
Not if you
So to
don't make
speak.
it public.
Hmm.
But it's not like you know too much anyways. I
I
mean,
just wanna know more.
truth be told, people could just write you off as crazy. You don't really have
Well-
anything to back up this sketch. Unless you want to go deep down a rabbit hole you're not prepared for, I wouldn't ask any further about it.
Those are the best kind of rabbit holes.
That childlike face that she had on earlier has just completely dissipated into something more different.
Weird, why you gotta be so scary?
Spooky.
I have world lore to maintain.
Well, then.
Congratulations, Danielle. You did it. You dug up the lore of the setting. You literally unearthed story.
I like
Well-
to think if you guys are concerned I'm doing my job right.
You are.
You indeed are.
Well then, since you know what this is, but are unwilling to tell me, do you recognize this at all? And then holds up the mosaic tile.
She stares hard at it, just almost hypnotized.
What were we talking about?
Well, it seems like I'm in the right place. Good thing I came here. Well then, I'll go ahead and leave you for now. Thank you for your time.
Charmed. I don't believe I caught your name.
Servant of the Vermilion Star. Most people just call me Red.
Six to Hanali. But you can just call me Six.
She raises a tiny little hand at you.
Red shakes it.
Why is she named 6 if she's A8?
Hey, Wannon.
When you accept constructive criticisms on your constructive criticisms.
Only with a gun.
Good, I brought 6.
Hey, Wannon, how come your dick's small?
Hey, how come your goat penis
That's not-
retracts inside you?
Smirk, now I have to Google goat penis. You cursed me. There's a metal band
Don't
named
do that on
Goat.
stream.
There's
Don't
a
do it
metal
on
band
stream.
named Goat Penis. Okay, it's a pretty plain penis. Got it.
Okay, cool, I guess.
Okay.
I'm
That's gonna be
leaving
my
now.
next character. Just a gun.
Is that all the business you had in town for now?
Why is there a gun? Oh my gosh! There's a giant gun! Like
Yep.
Ezekiel, I just noticed.
That
So
is,
answer wisely.
Thank you.
I swear, that's gonna be my next D&D character. Just a gun.
Wait, what are the stats of my new knives?
No. It should. Its name should be Smith and Wesson.
Oh, you're right. Fuck.
No.
Also called Gun. Also known as Gun.
Oh yeah, but what is the stats for our new weapons that me and Wannon got?
I will have note cards for you both prepared after
Okay.
you visit Crooked Cakes. For now, just assume they're regular daggers and rapiers.
Okay, let's go to Crooked Cakes.
Fuck yeah.
Alright. Back over to these two chain gases.
So,
I get to go get myself get murdered. Yay!
so
Excited.
So I just realized that Devolver managed to completely dodge a bingo. They
Oh
did
my
it.
God.
Did they?
Yeah, there was no bingo. Not a single title.
Devolver has too much power.
The
I
closest
thought
thing.
they would have gotten a bingo for sure because everyone was like predicting half of the things that you were saying were happening.
The stars weren't aligned.
They got like, I want to say like 4 squares all scattered about.
But no bingo. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. Yeah,
hear
it's
the-
good. This is
Love
the
it.
jam.
I love the Zelda potion music.
You hear the bubbling of a cauldron, the slapping of a butcher's meat cutter onto a cutting board as you walk in on Crooked Cakes doing his normal thing.
I love that he just has a butcher knife and he works in a cake shop. Just makes me smile.
He stares at you both walking in and says, "You have come. Come in, come in."
Crooked, my fine, scaly friend. I'm told we have you to thank for our fine new armament.
Who?
He's just cutting into the cutting board, just places it aside for a moment and goes, "You are both you are both still alive." I'm like hitting Igor level here. Hold on.
Ease, mister.
You are
Can you
both.
tell that?
You are. Hold on. I need a moment.
Oh, sorry. It was something in my throat.
No.
You are both welcome.
No.
Do you need to take a throat shit?
It'll be like that one
Some
fucking.
hot tea.
Still alive.
It'll be like that one Kickstarter trailer for Toe Jam and Earl.
God.
I heard tell you about that, Smirk.
Fuck.
No, you're never allowed to talk about this.
Let the man job.
Basically, for like 20 minutes, he talked in like this weird, thick Gaelic accent, and then in the last minute, he goes like, "Oh, excuse me, it's something in my throat." Well, if you want to back Toe Jam and Arrow, go ahead and check out our Kickstarter.
Moving on. God damn it. Yeah, let's see about where was I?
You have both survived this land. You are both hunters. Officially now. I hear
That
your
way.
promises. What you're capable of. You make no friends. You lose friend. This is life, no?
We lost an obnoxious tiefling. I wouldn't say we lost a friend, but I see your point.
He does another slam on his cutting board.
Good. You know how to cut loose ends and not be affected by it. Smart thing to know in this land.
He
I'm a
slices-
drow. We have that
He-
programmed into our gene.
He
Sorry.
cuts off
Oh,
a
God,
slice
Mark,
of
I'm
cinnamon,
gonna die.
slice of cinnamon loaf,
You bitch,
And-
don't even say that.
and offers it like a slice to both of you.
I'm going to happily eat cinnamon loaf.
Same.
Thank you.
Do an old lizard a favor. Put close sign over the door. I take break.
Of course. I'll just go carefully turn the sign.
You flip the
Yes.
sign. The other side also says open.
God damn.
Do you flip it again?
Just
Yes.
take down the sign.
This side now says closed.
Good parlor trick.
It's canon now.
He sits down in his chair. It's just a little like comfy chair for him. He reaches under his desk and pulls out just this unlabeled bottle of what looks to be wine.
Drink.
You know what? I think
Sure.
I can still taste that medical fluid. Yes, please.
He pours you both a glass and pushes him
it's
aside.
just- It's just Edelweiss's character now. And then Edelweiss was offered a drink, and he drank it.
He's
done
wine
this
mom.
3 times now. This
Wine
is 3
mom.
times.
Can you blame him?
I mean, A, are you surprised that Edelweiss is secretly a wine mom? B, Edelweiss is just trying to adapt to the surface culture. B, or C, he's becoming his mother.
He he pours you both your drinks, and as you imbibe, he starts to just survey just a few sets of what looks to be ingredients, a few tools, and he just talks to you both.
I am sure you are both wondering why I have gone and paid for your weapons. Not cheap.
He raises an eye at you.
No doubt you'd like us to repay you with a suitable favor, yes?
No. I see potential in both of you. We are all of same background, no?
He stares over at Ezekiel. He stares over at Edelweiss.
We are not the most pure people.
I mean, you're right, but Rude.
Cuts another slice of cinnamon cake off in case either of you still want one. Refills your glasses. Goes back to getting his tools out. And he just goes, I made... Who am I kidding? He grins at you with rotting teeth. I am getting old. I look for apprentices. Someone to keep the shop open while I am old and decaying. You two are new in town. I do not know you. And yet, this is what makes you trustworthy.
Go on.
I want to be training both of you. Maybe your friends too, if they are unwilling. It is not easy to survive in this land. I see many faces go. And me hearing with my tiny ear hole how you have gone up one letter in Monster Hunter Guild is going to go downhill from here. You go up, but lifespan goes down. Understand?
Yes.
I train you both. Monster Hunter doesn't work out. You... He spits off to the side. You have backup position. Understand?
Yes.
Then I apprentice you. I teach you. You see that he's lined up a set of ingredients and tools. And he just looks to you and goes, it seems all very basic stuff, you know, just like something you'd find in any like kitchen. He goes, I teach you both. Do you guys still imbibe in the cinnamon bread and the wine?
Yeah, I'll take another bite of bread.
Yeah, I'm gonna slow down on the wine, but yeah.
I teach you both how to survive in this land. I teach you how to cook. Now, first thing you do, you take 4 of starseed. You crushes them in his hand. Then you sift. You put in steamer. You let it steam. This goes first. Always go first. I have 2 jars here. One is blue gel, other is ink. You can do either or, never both. Either 3 drops blue or 1 drop ink. No more ink, just 1. Then he opens up a little box with a live frog inside of it. Just a little like colorful frog, kind of like one of those poison like jungle frogs. Immediately takes his frog, he takes his cutter and slam.
No.
Half of. Do not touch. He takes a set of tongs. I forgot to mention earlier, with the liquids that he had, he put them to a boil.
Gotcha.
He grabs the frog with his tongs and goes, no touch. You crush. Put into steam. You wait 1 minute of your time. Good drink. You see this? I just taught you how to make potion.
I see.
Apprenticeship is not cheap. It's not fulfilling. I promise you both. It's hard work. Think of this as homework. I test you. See if you retained any information. He stares you both in the eye. He stares you both in the eye and goes, you see, I test you now. Panic scenario. I have poisoned your food. I have poisoned your drink. You have 5 minutes. Create me a potion.
Oh, fuck.
Here's everything on his table.
Okay.
Can I try something cocky?
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I just realized. Okay, so who has the health potions that we got from the thing? Edelweiss?
Everyone has 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to sip it.
You're going to sip it?
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, I'm seething right now. I am going to. Okay, I know it was the star-shaped seeds. Boil 3 drops of the blue gel.
Or the ink, but never both.
Yeah, and it's only 1 drop of the ink. It's 3 drops of the blue or 1 of
Floor
the
it.
ink.
Floor it!
Floor it.
No, don't floor it. And
Floor it.
What are you doing with the seeds exactly? I need a step-by-step process.
Crush it in his palm.
As you
Yeah.
take a sip, as you take a sip of the healing potion, it just kind of coagulates in your throat a little bit. You spit it back down. It's a physical form now.
oh, that's not good. Right. Okay. So yeah, I will crush the star-shaped seeds into my hand. Boil 3 drops of the glittering blue gel, and I'm going to use the tongs to grab the half a frog.
By the way, I would
What?
like to say that I'm helping him out with this after I spit that out.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
No reason for me
What
to
did
make my
he-
own potion. There's not another half of a frog.
What did he do with the frog once he grabbed it? Did he just put it in the boiler, or did he do something to it? Because I swear he said he crushed it first.
You gotta remember, this is a stress test.
That's
I know.
me.
I'm asking Jeremy.
I don't think he crushed it.
Okay, then I will put the half a frog in the boiler with the blue gel and the crushed star-shaped seeds.
Edelweiss, you sneeze, and there's blood in your hand.
Oh, that can't be good.
Both of your visions start to get a little bit disorientated at this point. Crook just kind of sits back with
Did we make it?
crossed arms. So the last thing you did was crush the frog and put it in where?
We didn't crush the frog. We just we put it in the pot with all the
Okay.
other stuff that's boiling.
Okay, I see.
You know, if I was
Cook
smart, I
steak.
would be checking the stream.
Crook stares down at the boiling flask and looks back up at you, then over at Ezekiel.
Not to interrupt, what music is this?
I'll grab it after.
Sorry, wait, can you repeat that?
He looks down at the single flask, stares up at Edelweiss, and stares over at Ezekiel, and kind of just eyes between the both of you.
Fuck it, he can have it.
No, Ezekiel, share it. There's no sense in us, you know.
I'm not thinking it's going to be enough if we share it.
Oh, you are not going to make me decide to let you die. Listen, it was funny to watch Roderick die like an asshole,
At
but you're
this
one of the.
point, there's a sharp pain in both of your stomachs, and a puff of steam is let loose from the flask.
Okay, fine, Ezekiel. It was very nice knowing you, and I will remember you. Speak of you fondly in my memoirs. And I take a swig of the flask.
Crook lets loose one more frog on the table.
Okay. Crush the star pot in my hand.
How many? Also, which one?
There's more than one?
Look at the list. You said pod.
It was specifically star-shaped seeds. I remember it was
star-shaped
the
seed.
seed.
Sorry, where's this list?
It's
in
in
it's in
Crooked
Discord.
King.
Oh, it's in the chat, okay. I'm going to crush the star-shaped seeds in my hand. I'm going to put in 1 drop of the slimy ink. I'm going to let it, fuck, I'm going to let it boil. Fuck, what the fuck else did you do?
Use the tongs to put the frog
Yeah, I'm
in.
going to chop the frog in half, the same way he did it, down the middle. Put the frog in, and then let it simmer without crushing the frog.
Are you putting the frog in with your bare hands?
No, I said tongs.
He did say with tongs.
Yeah.
Okay.
A different set of tongs, if I can help it.
At this point, you are waiting out the full minute for the flask to boil over. And your stomach just feels worse and worse. Your vision starts to fade. Ezekiel,
How am I feeling right now?
Edelweiss, if I go down before this thing is done, force feed it to me.
Naturally.
Edelweiss, you seem to be perking up just a little bit. That pain is slowly dulling.
You're a tricky motherfucker, Crooked.
Ezekiel, you have free options here. You see a flask in Crook's hand, he's still swirling it around. You see the flask still boiling over. And your other option is to just let it happen.
I'm gonna wait for it to boil.
Alright. At this point, Edelweiss, you watch as Ezekiel just kind of falls over as the steam starts to hiss. Your move.
It's hissing like it did last time for me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I basically take it, prop open his mouth, pour some down, and rub his throat.
Ezekiel, you're out for about 10 seconds before you shoot awake.
Nothing to it.
You both pay attention.
You're a tricky motherfucker.
My last students didn't wake up.
No, I'm not surprised.
He shoots you both a glare before giving just like a little smile, like you see the corner of his mouth perk up a little bit.
I apologize for tricking you, but you must be prepared for whatever could happen.
Of course.
One day.
I mean, I'm gonna hold a fucking grudge, but you're right.
One day you may be in this scenario again, and you will thank me.
Use a
Maybe a
bitch.
nobleman's wife poisons you. Maybe your other hunters are seeking to eliminate competition. Not all was nefarious, though. You see,
He picks up the blue and black liquid.
I feed you essence of monster. Your weapons, monster in shape and form.
He points over to Edelweiss's rapier and Ezekiel's throwing knives. He leans in closer.
To understand nature, to understand enemy, you must attune yourself with your enemy. You feel okay now, yes?
He eyes over at both of you. You both do actually feel fine now.
Yes, I seem to have recovered just fine.
I can still smell blood.
Purple one. Bring your blade out.
Alright, I go ahead and draw my blade.
I guess Edelweiss is purple.
Like specifically the one that he helped you commission, by the way.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Real
You
quick.
kind of just...
Or, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, just go buy your $150 prop. Put it together,
Oh.
fucker.
Oh, God.
Fucking put it together.
God
It's a
damn it, Bethesda.
fucking construction kit. Enjoy, motherfucker. Go on.
This can wait till after.
He kind of stares over at you, Edelweiss, and you feel just kind of you feel kind of a strange bond between you and your weapon. You kind of just swing it around a
Panic.
little bit, and it goes limp in your hands. From what was
Concern.
once a sharp rapier, it kind of just flops into a whip-like form.
You just gave him a trick weapon, you bitch.
He's there.
Interesting.
He stares over at Ezekiel and goes,
And you, throw your knife at that pot there.
Which one?
oh, he just points off to the right.
Okay. Yeah, yep.
You fling one of your new knives at the pot, and then you just kind of watch it just stick it aside. Nothing special at first. 2 seconds pass, and then it just kind of back into your hand.
Huh? Panic. Concern.
I give you essence of Manticore. Make deal with little Guildmaster man. I have more if you are friends, but you bring them here. I like to play pranks.
He shows you that same rotting tooth grin again.
Only if you make antidote in advance.
Oh, trust me.
He reaches under his desk and pulls out two akin to the antidotes you just drank vials and goes,
Son of a bitch.
I actually like both of you.
Unlike your last apprentices.
You will see in time. You will grow to hate me. This I am comfortable with.
he sits back in his chair.
Now, as far as repayment goes, I ask you not. But
He pulls out a little briefcase and opens it up, and you see just an assortment of vials. And he looks over at both of you and goes, however, I suppose you would look over at Ezekiel in specific. And he goes, nah, sorry, I redact that. He looks over at Ezekiel and then at OS and goes,
I'm sure you have both been asking about this. I sell you vials. Some weapons, maybe you can load up with them. Get fantastic new results. Maybe you're just looking for poison. You tell your friends, come to Uncle Crook.
is not cheap. He closes the briefcase, slams it shut.
Would I help you?
I will go ahead and reveal to both of you your new weapons.
Yay.
You will find them under the items section in your journals.
Of course, you just gave Smark a fucking Bloodborne weapon.
Did you
Fuck
really?
yeah.
I mean,
It might as well be.
Long stick that goes from a sword into a whip. That's one of the starter weapons in Bloodborne.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's a-
basic.
That's what I-
It's a cane in Bloodborne, but it's a
Okay,
cane. It's a cane. It's a sword cane that
I
turns
still
into a
haven't
whip.
played. I haven't played much of Bloodborne at all, so
Your other choices are like the weird hand axe, and I forget the other one. Isn't it like the big hammer?
No, your first choices are the saw cleaver, or the hunter's axe that either is a one-handed axe or a kind of halberd axe.
And then the cane.
Yeah, and then the cane.
Okay.
You get the hammer later. The hammer is either a one-handed straight sword or big-ass crushy baby hammer.
Yeah.
Oof.
I just find that purely ironic because I just started playing Bloodborne like last week, and
Nice.
that's the weapon I picked.
nice.
Okay, let me. I gotta think of
And
a
then
name for
Graham
these
made
fucking.
faces at me and went, "No, Danielle, don't, please don't." And I'm like, "I'm picking this one."
I
was
like this.
"Okay."
I think it's
I'm
like,
picking this one. He's like, "No, don't."
Like, Danielle, it's like the hardest starting weapon to use. The axe is so easy. Why do you do this to yourself?
Well, no,
And then I
not
was a
me.
badass for 5 minutes, and then was bad for another 10.
I gotta fucking kick my ass to try and think of a good fucking name for these daggers. What's their damage?
Like I said, just regular dagger and weapon damage,
Okay.
but they have special properties to them.
So actual dagger instead of fucking Lucinda, which is a glorified short sword. That'd be 1d4 plus 3 piercing. Or there plus dex, excuse me, not plus 3.
I should add on to yours actually the damage size because I realized I gave the exact damage number to Smirk, but not you.
Yeah,
That's
so
my
I
fault.
was like,
Actually,
okay,
hold
so
on.
type is piercing.
I'm actually modifying yours a little bit. Go see.
Panic.
Oh yeah, I was
2d4.
gonna ask.
Neat.
The whip damage, is it also piercing or?
It's going to be considered slashing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I figure slashing. I should add throwing damage to this. Or wasn't throwing identical to normal damage?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just it's rangeable.
Okay. To add offhand to this, or to add the. Okay.
Is your business with cookie cakes done?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna give Danny a bit of time if that's cool with you guys.
Oh yeah.
I
Sure.
need to be special.
Whoa.
Whoa, sounds fake.
I need to.
Walking...
Sorry. I was just wondering what the fuck these vials you've mentioned are. Let's figure that out.
Damn, dude.
So basically,
You should have saved that roll. Sorry.
no, it's cool. Once I get a better like shop inventory for cookie cakes, he's willing to offer vials to load weapons that are applicable, like say like different elemental effects or poisons.
Okay. I'll just write a damage to vial, and I'll just fucking. Sorry, go on with red.
Cycling through town, and I'm just gonna keep the potion shop music open because I like it. Walking back through the marketplace, Red, you do know to give me a perception check.
No, I'm gonna die. No.
I believe.
Oh. I fucked up that. Hold on. Sorry, go on.
How are you?
Hey.
Walking through the marketplace in Fruit Town, you kind of note, you've heard stories betwixt your party members. Maybe you saw one out of the corner of your eye. One of the fellows in purple robes that seem to be infesting the inn, though you've never seen them out in the public setting at first. At first you just noticed like one or two out of the corner of your eye. No one else in town seems to pay them any mind. But as you travel downtown, you notice they're kind of just trailing behind you.
I didn't think this would happen so quickly. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this.
Aren't we all?
Can I try and like pretend to try and lose them to see if they're actually following me specifically?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Really? Well, I'm pretending. I'm not actually trying to lose them. I'm just trying to prove that they're following me.
You kind of just take a weird path through town, around the arena, circle around it maybe once or twice, go through a weird few odd buildings. You take a very odd path. The two that have followed you have grown into three as they're still just trailing behind you. They don't seem to be going anywhere in particular. But they're about, say, like 6 or so people behind you.
But they're following me though.
But they're still following the same path as you.
And I obviously don't know where they are. Wait, hold on. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use Awakened Mind
Oh
and
boy.
communicate with them.
Alright. What are you going to communicate exactly?
I'm going to ask what they're up to.
Just like, is this just like direct? This is just like direct telekinesis, right?
Yeah, I can communicate with any creature within 30 feet of me.
Alright. Is it able to communicate back? I'll say yes.
I think it's technically one way, but do I have a spell? I like doubled down on being able to communicate with people, so.
We'll call it one way for now, because I'll like meet you halfway on this. You basically have some why they're following you, yeah?
Yeah.
You hear a voice back as one in the skull masks just stares directly into your eyes from afar and goes, "We know what you know, but we are
About
not your
what?
enemy."
I know a lot of things. About what?
How do I word this?
Yeah, you gotta be specific. I'm like, holding forbidden knowledge on more than one thing.
Red's like, look, guys, there's like 40 forbidden knowledges I've got on me. You gotta be specific.
Which one?
Y'all got no idea how mad this madman's knowledge is.
They actually do kind of look at each other real confused. Like, this one.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this woman?
They look back at you and go, "Do not play coy with us. We know what you know, and we will find out what you know because you will tell us, and we will collaborate."
We're really good at this, you guys.
They look to each other before a second voice just goes, "What do you know of the Lich's Tower?" She probably doesn't even know.
God, I love these idiots.
I love them so much.
The third one speaks up and goes, "We've seen you show around that sketch you have around town."
That's what that is? Oh, shame.
God damn it. God. I make one goddamn joke.
And here I was hoping they were talking about something else. Fine.
Playing the long game.
You bastard. You absolute son of a bitch.
You say that, Graham, but you did that exact same thing to me.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's why I'm so mad. I'm like, God damn it.
Joke. Just turn around on me.
How do you proceed from here?
Honestly, she'd probably just walk up to him and hold up the sketch. Do you mean this? And actually verbalize it.
They immediately try to hide the sketch and go, "Shh, shh, 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 shh." Still telekinesis on, just not here, not here, not here.
All right. Then where?
Here.
They stare betwixt each other and look back at you. "We will find you. Simply just reside at the inn. Let me talk. We've done this before."
We will do it
I've
again.
been told.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I've been told. Technically, Red saw them before. While we were leaving. But whatever.
Oh.
It was in passing, but whatever.
They're going to give you a little like wax stamp, just this little insignia. Put it in your hand and go, "If you wish to learn more forbidden knowledge, place this by your bedstand at night, and we will converse."
Oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna be doing that shit, or tonight.
God.
God damn it.
Sweet, more forbidden knowledge to add to my growing supply? Sweet!
You're about to become a hot spot of variety.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh god. I love how the humble cat mage is gonna become the notorious one, but the fucking drow is just no, everybody loves him.
He's making
Oh my gosh,
friends.
she's so funny. We're like best friends.
I don't trust that fucking cat though. Like, she
No one
is
like, clearly everyone in town is a dog person.
God. I believe it. We're out in the frontier, obviously.
Yeah. Well, then I'll see you boys tonight then. And I just walk away. Just walk past them and
They
leave.
nod and walk the opposite direction. That being said, I'm gonna call for a quick 5 to 10 minute break. Use the bathroom.
Smart, go look at that thing. I just faced it.
Break.
We'll,
Bathroom
proceed,
break.
we'll proceed with something actually progressive. Also, goddamn it, Lannon.
God.
I'm so mad. I'll be back.
I am the plot magnet.
Plagnet.
Everyone come to me for plot.
Plagnet!
The plague.
I take donations of plot. Is that the F word?
Todd said
Future?
fuck.
When did he say fuck?
He said it like twice.
Because I remember the one dude saying fuck Nazis, but I don't remember Todd saying.
Todd said fuck. He also implied we're gonna jack off. Todd did a lot of things tonight.
I remember that he very much implied that, like, we were all thinking about masturbation jokes, and I'm just like, how dare you call me out like this, Todd?
Oh, you're not Todd. This is adult
I'm
thoughts here
already
only, not
masturbating.
immature.
It was great because Wannon was even, like, saying, like, that way you can masturbate while you play Skyrim, and I'm like, what, implying that I wasn't already, Jeremy? Why else do you think I have those thousands upon thousands of big titty mods installed?
Indeed. You know, I really
For the
should swap one of
articles?
the like the icons for my fucking stream, because literally every fucking stream I've done in the past while has been wonderfully emblazoned with thonk news.
God.
I watched a video the other day of this guy just playing a game, and it had mods in it, and he's just like, just talking, and all of a sudden it's like, I can do whatever I want. I can make these boobies huge, and then just push a button, and then the character who's playing his boobs just expanded.
God.
Just kept growing. It's like, dude, stop! You have too much power.
I need more power than that.
I remember that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines had a very simple cheat code to increase the breast size of all the women. And it was, like, hilarious because I remember me and Justin fucking around with it and making them so big that they, like, took up too much of the room and would cause massive lag. And then we reduced the boob size so much that the boobs went out the other side and became these big polygonal spikes jutting out of their backs. It's amazing.
No, YouTube. I don't want to turn off hold. I don't want to turn on the ability to hold potentially inappropriate messages. If my chat and the complete lack thereof wants to fucking say bad words, I really don't think I can stop them.
I wouldn't stop them.
They're gonna be able to figure it out in the first place.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Trying to figure out the censor is like the funnest thing.
Yeah.
That's
in the
true.
world.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You know, I gotta wonder if like anyone gets really mad that I stream D&D tagged Shadows of Over Mystara.
You dick.
I mean, there's no Dungeons and Dragons category in general.
What's to say I haven't been running Shadows over Mystara this whole time?
Because we're not playing a fucking side scroller.
Can I just say I'm really glad?
I know it's a module, but
Start
it
this game
isn't
off.
even named that, right? It's named something else.
Repeat
Yeah, I
that,
forgot.
Smirk?
I was gonna say, can I just say that I'm really glad we didn't start this game at level 1?
Right?
I'm
Alright.
just repeatedly really happy that I get to have actual things to do in combat.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I mean, like, what are you talking about? All I do is Eldritch Blast.
That's because
Yeah,
you
but you're
picked
a
a warlock.
That's just kind of
I
how
don't-
warlocks are.
I don't know. I played Summoner. It feels very familiar.
Yeah, Summoner in Final Fantasy 14 is just, and then you spammed Ruin, and then you spam Ruin.
And then I hit him with my axe.
There's
again,
always a class like that
Again.
in MMOs, and there's always a class like that in tabletops.
and again. And
Yeah.
again.
I'm going back through all my streams and changing all the fucking thumbnails.
And again.
Destiny
And again.
2 Forsaken.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, video games!
Holy shit.
I'm sorry.
Games that are entirely on video?
Oh boy!
Fucking laser
They're on VHS.
disc.
Oh my god.
One day I'll actually try and stream more than just D&D.
Why do I not like any of the monk paths?
I think Drunken Master Monk is pretty fucking cool.
See,
Wait.
one of the only ones that I'm like,
What copywritten content does this fucking Overwatch stream from fucking last year have?
Graham, you need to play Shadow Hearts 3 and meet the cat who's a drunken kung fu master, and he'll be your favorite, and then you'll understand. And
Okay.
then you'll want to play a drunk monk cat.
Can I ask a question
Fair.
shouting out to the me of last year in May?
God.
Why was I listening to Wild Wild West by Will Smith while playing Overwatch?
Why
fuck
not?
you. Yeah, seriously. Like, what are you even
Why
doing with your life?
specifically that?
Maybe you intended to play McCree.
Maybe it's like catching like Wow Wow by Neil. It's catching that. That's what I'm thinking.
That
Just-
might be it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm also going to
Ridiculous.
take the time to set some fucking streams with Zach to the hidden mode. Oh, good. They're actually already hidden. I'm smart.
Bonus proficiencies, drunken tech. Proficiency in performance.
No,
Burn
no
supply.
proficiencies.
Whenever you slur blows, disengage action. That's really nice. Okay, I'll admit Drunken
Oh, I
Master
know.
looks better than I expected.
I wish Monk in Final Fantasy 14 would have a disengage. That'd be great.
Does Monk in FF fucking 14 have the goddamn... How... How to ask this. How to fuck to ask this.
What do you want to know, dude?
I'm trying to think of how to word it without trying not to sound like, is it a copy of WoW? But does it have the fucking Mistweaver passive where all damage is
it's-
converted into a dot?
No,
Damn
it
it.
does not have anything like that.
That's like my favorite thing with like video game monks.
Yeah, I really wish they drew a little more stuff like WoW. I always wanted to play
For-
Monk in WoW more. 'cause
Ba-
it looked-
basically, it's like when you take damage, it is instead converted into a dot, and you can have an ability that will like basically cleanse you of some of that healing or damage. It's a lot more complicated than that. I just love systems like that. There's a fucking perk deck in Payday like that. That is my favorite.
Yeah, I like damage mitigation by literally turning it into a damage over time, making it more manageable. It's kind of fun.
And Shen is never going to get that in HOTS because there's no way they could ever fit that in his kit and balance it. I can pray.
Balls.
I don't know what you guys
Alright,
are
what
good.
else?
I'm good.
I'm probably just gonna like hit our next plot hook here,
Okay.
then call it a night. If that is
Oh.
cool.
I'm going to download fucking Quake Champions and go to
Giving
town.
you guys time to stew.
I'm not stewing already? Oh, wow.
Fuck
What
am I
if you-
doing?
Turn up that heat.
Would
Get
it
me
be-
boiling.
Would it be safe to assume everyone else is gonna head back to the Hunters Guild with like forms? And
Yeah.
such, looking for their next job.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
not?
I kept forgetting about the
Well,
farm.
right, I have a job.
Right.
I work.
I mean-
well, I'm like, have way more money than the both of them, so.
Can
I
I
was
just point out, I love that you set up the idea that we were going to be doing like dirty jobs for Lizardface over there, and then the reality is he just wants apprentice bakers.
I mean, he might give you jobs down the line. He has to train you for the jobs.
That's fair, but it's just funny that it's like I literally for a brief moment there was like, am I just gonna become an apprentice baker?
Am I going to have to bake alchemical bread?
I'm okay with that.
I mean, I already wanted to like be a baker in the game, so I'm fine with doing it here.
Oh yeah, true.
I was Scathe, right? I think.
I thought it was Ash.
I think both of them want to be. No, Scathe wanted to be a chef. Ash wanted to be a baker. I think.
Ah, okay. I miss that kind of thing sometimes.
If that campaign continued, Ash is going to fuck the potion lady. God is my
God.
witness.
Moving on. You all make your way back to the Hunters Guild, located southwest of town. You know, bustle's died down a little bit. Guildmaster's still at his desk, and he goes, "Welcome back, y'all." Should
Happy
be all
seeing you
excited.
two here. What have you two been up to?
Oh, a little baking.
Baking.
Yes.
Yeah.
What, you're doing homely things now?
I mean, it's important for one to have a wide variety of skills. You never know where life's going to take you.
Emma
I
Weiss
honestly
is
thought
the
you said
best
it's
mother of the
good thing-
party.
It's a good thing to have a wife.
God.
Fuck.
Goodness gracious. That being said, the Guildmaster calls you both over and goes.
Ready.
However, it calls the three of you over and goes, "Well, I'm sure you're all excited to get hitched up on your first C-rank job. One thing I forgot to ask, like I said, forms. Ugh. Wanted to personally ask y'all, since you're C-rank and all now."
Would you die for me?
Would
He-
you be my lawfully wedded husband?
Shut up. He
Alright.
asks, "I like to get a little bit fun around this part of town where competition seems to spark up. What should the people know y'all as? I'm asking for a team name. You don't gotta supply one if you don't want to."
Hmm.
Did
Well, there are a couple of names that I've thought of.
Of course, you've thought of them.
You've thought of a team name?
Well,
We barely
someone-
know each other.
Look, someone had to. Odds are none of you are dumb enough to get petrified like that other idiot tiefling. And, well, I wanted maybe we could be like, you know, those adventurers and all the old stories I used to read. What?
Oh, that's adorable.
I swear I will shave you, you she-witch.
What's Clickum's reaction?
We can
You
still
guys
have a
have-
path.
You haven't seen Clickum all day.
He's still shampooing.
He's just traumatized by all fucking grime.
Smelly.
I
Smelly.
can feel the pumpkin in my bone.
It's in between my toes.
God.
Ah, there's still some by my ear!
There he goes. Sir, you've been in the bath for 13 hours.
I'm not clean enough.
Not clean yet.
God.
We all just roleplay click on. We don't care.
It's fine.
We all pitch in. When someone's gone, we all play a part in that character.
And we ruin them communally.
It's good.
Well,
okay.
I figure no one wants to be known as Edelweiss and the Surfacers, but I was thinking we could go with
No,
Clickum's Crusaders.
No. It should be Edelweiss and the Pussycat.
God damn it. God damn it.
Edelweiss's brand of misfits.
Vincent just kind of speaks up and goes, "Wow, y'all got attention him quick, didn't you?"
He's a good boy.
He's a special boy in the light of my life.
That's good.
I'll kill anything that hurts him.
Glickum's a good boy, good sport. He's got potential. He just needs to realize it.
Corruption around.
Today at our local inn, there was a halfling found drowned and dead in bathtub.
God.
He seems to have killed himself over a fit of need to be clean.
Jesus.
What news network are we reporting for? What's a television? We are Action 5 News, coming at you hot.
Hear all about it. Little Brownie drowned himself in the bathtub.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Is this our
the team after him?
is this our everyone is dead coma theory? Clickham actually
everyone's
killed
just-
himself in a back accident 8 years ago.
God. I hate it. Moving on. Guildmaster just kind of just jots down that name for future reference and goes, well, not gonna lie, this next job is a little bit interesting one.
Mushrooms.
It's a hunt, alright.
I just realized I made a joke and said that it's gonna be our mascot. It has a far beyond my initial joke.
You know it.
Clickham's our leader now. Excuse you.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Clickham's gonna cry.
It's like
He can't handle all that responsibility.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Amanda needs to roleplay that. Clickham being a tyrant, being a dictator.
You are all ants before me.
Do it. It has to be a thing now.
Mealworms.
Just get him drunk and then have that happen.
Holy
Please.
shit.
I am your god now.
we've basically gone.
King, bow to me.
We've basically started to worship our own equivalent of the Phillies fanatic.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's
Can we
all
get a
good.
Clickham mascot costume? Like a big foam Clickham.
Vincent.
We
pulls
put
the free-
we put Roderick's statue corpse in it.
No. Vincent pulls the three of you aside into another room. It's more like a. It's more of a. I don't know where this.
How do you scream?
It's more of a relic holding. Emails. He pulls you into more of like a sort of mini library. It's just like bookshelf upon bookshelf, and he just pulls you aside, more of a quieter part of the guild, and he speaks to the three of you and goes, "Now, this is gonna be a little bit of test for y'all. I need y'all to keep quiet on this job. This can't go public."
Of course.
So there's this lich tower.
I'll find an appropriate reward for you, but
Feeling overwhelmed with all this information today.
if I'm being honest, I kind of had to rush y'all's promotions. Everyone else is busy, no one else is able to do it. I trust y'all.
I was just thinking that too. It's like,
I've
wow,
had-
we've been promoted so fast.
I've recently had another group. I've recently had another group of C-rank hunters go missing. Haven't been back for a few days. No distress flare. Nothing. Went out into the woods once, and they haven't come back. I'm frankly a little bit concerned. I try to look after all my little squadrons here. I can give you details. I can give you descriptions. For now, how about we agree upon this? 25 gold pieces for each of y'all, if you can find out what happened to them. I'll personally give you 50 each if you bring them back alive.
Sounds like a good deal.
It sounds like a suspicious deal.
Sounds like a deal.
Sounds like pretty much every job we've taken so far, if I'm being honest.
This is
This one
gonna.
has good pay.
this is gonna require a little bit of legwork on your end. You know, I can give you as much information as I know, but it's gonna be up to y'all to find them.
We can handle this.
Is there anything you want to ask in particular? I know this ain't the easiest job I'm setting y'all up with, and frankly, he gives a bit of a huff. If you turned it down, I wouldn't be shocked.
What was the
What were
job
they
they
hunting?
were on?
We're on the same page there. Okay.
He remarks. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna pull up some notes. Goodness. He remarks, well, some more down towards south, you know, Hobgoblin, where the green stops and the sand begins. You know, they were going out there on some little,
Down south.
yes, down south.
More bananas.
They went out there to take care of a little insect problem. Well, this little insect's a big insect, something rustling the trade routes, you know, causing quakes, causing sand to just collapse on people, you know, it's very hazardous. Send them out, they haven't come back. Now, worst case scenario, they got eaten. But
An antlion.
perhaps. I didn't get a rough description of it, just a contract. I gave it to them. The thing is, he stares off towards the other side of the room blankly. The thing is, I sent him down south, right? According to my contacts over past the border, you know, we have multiple hubs set up. I asked if they touched down with the Southern Hunters Guild. They didn't see any one of that description, that team. As far as I know, they might have not even made it out of the woods.
That's disconcerting.
You know, sometimes we do get a little bit rough play in these ranks, I'll admit. Not everyone here is a friendly face. Some stuff we can't confirm or deny. I hope this isn't foul play. He stares over to other rooms. That's why I want this on the low. I don't want y'all being in danger of it.
So they were heading south to deal with a bug problem.
A desert bug problem, yes.
And there's no other, like, there was no, like, they basically left and then just disappeared.
And as far as we can tell, they never even made it down south.
So they, as far as anyone knows, they didn't even make it in.
Hmm.
As far as the
Yeah.
guildmaster knows, yes.
Okay.
He brings up, from what I hear around town, once I gave him the contract, they bumped around the inn for say a day or two and set off. You know, they give themselves up. South ain't a pretty place. I'm sure y'all will experience it one day. He hands you 4 sheets. It seems to have been a 4-person party, and I'll get like an actual document for these next time we play, just so like, if I describe it audibly, you know, like people are gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
Hands you 4 sheets of the other hunter team, known as the. How do I word this? The other group known as the Ruby Glade.
Fancy.
How many were in the group? How many were in the group?
4 people.
Were they like any notable races?
off the forms themselves, you see they were a halfling, a human, a wood elf, and a tiefling.
Seems pretty standard.
Vincent kind of scratches his side because he's going, I don't think they made any enemies in town, though. I could be wrong for all I know. Just seems weird. I mean, I'm hoping nothing else ambushed him around the forest down south. I mean, recalling your manticore exploits. There's always a stray dog out there, you know.
Yes. Well, you can count on us to keep this investigation under wraps.
Appreciate it. Need to know basis.
Exactly.
I won't rush y'all, but whenever you can find proof, you know. I'll be happy to see those kids back home.
I agree.
This is the first time you've seen the guildmaster anything but jolly.
Let's get to it then.
And with that contract in mind, we will call it a night.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
A stocking block.
Das ist nein Stockenblocken!
Thank you. Any questions, comments, complaints from y'all? I know it was
I wish I didn't have to bleed. You bitch.
Listen.
If Smirk didn't remember shit, I would have died.
I'm amazed I remembered as much as I did. I was just like, ah.
I wanted to see if I could throw you guys off.
The main thing that fucked me up was the drops. And how many.
I don't know why that one was like super easy for me to remember, but I was like, nah, I got this.
I'm like, okay, star seed, frog,
I will
blue
note,
or black. No, I have both.
I will note that neither of you actually, both of you actually missed a step, which added a little bit time to your potions, but still worked out for you.
Was it crushing the frog?
It was crushing the frog.
That's what it was.
See, I felt like that was wrong.
You guys threw the frog straight in there.
It felt wrong to crush. I was like, we already crushed the seed.
I was like, no, I swear he mentioned crushing the frog, but I was like, nah, let's.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the time to mercy kill the stream.
That's fine.
Hey, because no one's probably watching this. If you watch this all the way through, that's good. If you're one of the members of the group, fuck you. Eat
Fuck
shit,
you too.
Smirk.
Fuck you, Jeremy.
Goodbye.